Luffy's Gear 5 is pretty powerful, but does it make him the most powerful anime character of all time? What's up, anime fans and manga readers? One Piece fans have long argued that Luffy is not just the strongest character in One Piece universe, but also in the history of anime. This is kind of a laughable claim, especially considering characters like Naruto, Goku, Saitama, and even Light from Death Note series exist. Some Dragon Ball enthusiasts may go as far to argue that Ultra Instinct Goku has more power than the captain of the Straw Hats has in his entire fleet. And they might have a point. I said might, so please put down the pitchforks and torches, One Piece fans. However, if you've been following the One Piece manga, which you definitely should, then you would have undoubtedly noticed Luffy's Hito Hito no Mi awakening, called 5th Gear. It grants Luffy literal godlike powers, which he promptly used to wipe the floor with Kaido at the end of the Wano Country arc, and Rob Lucci at the start of the Egg Island arc. Luffy's Gear 5th has undoubtedly made him the most powerful character in One Piece, and has given him a seat amongst the Emperors of the Sea. But exactly how strong is Luffy's new Nika form? And how does it stand up against the elite protagonists of the anime world? Find out in today's video. Let's start off by explaining Luffy's powers a bit. As any anime or manga fan could tell you, Luffy's power comes from his Devil Fruit, which grants him the ability to stretch any part of his body and perform a flurry of powerful and sometimes wacky inhuman attacks. In essence, Luffy is a rubber man, and by virtue of his elasticity, he's invulnerable to bullets, cannonballs, and pretty much any attack that's not infused with haki. In his base form, Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Pistol and Bazooka attack are pretty devastating already. If you're a nameless, powerless NPC pirate, you literally have no chance against Luffy's regular attacks, let alone his powered-up attacks and forms. In order to best some of his more powerful foes, Luffy adopts and hones new fighting techniques called Gears, which drastically enhance his combat prowess. We saw this when Luffy used Gear 2nd in his fight against Blueno, and Gear 3rd when he defeated Rob Lucci of CP9. And who can forget when he debuted Gear 4th technique Bounce Man against Doflamingo in the Dressrosa arc? I can't stress how powerful each of these gears are. Gear 2nd makes Luffy move faster than most enemies could see and even triples his attack power. Gear 3rd's regular attack is powerful enough to destroy an entire marine battleship. And Gear 4th is so powerful that Luffy used it to defeat a member of the Shichibukai, Doflamingo. Yet, all those abilities pale in comparison to Luffy's new awakened form, which granted Luffy enough power to manhandle Kaido, a Yonko, revered as the strongest creature in the world. So what is it about Luffy's Gear 5th that makes him such a hotshot? Well, Gear 5th awakens Luffy's Devil Fruit's true power and transforms him into the sun god Nika, a being who has been revered since ancient times as the warrior of liberation, or the Joy Boy as some have called it. In other words, Luffy's Gear 5th transforms him complete with white hair and clothes, red eyes, floating clouds, and billowy eyebrows. Beyond the change in appearance, Gear 5th combines the speed and power of previous gears, granting Luffy increased freedom to assume any rubbery shape or form he so pleases, even to cartoonish proportions. He can spin his legs fast enough to run through midair and take any form or shape imaginable. Imagine a burrowing drill or the shape of Kaido's spiky club. He can absorb almost any attack or hit and come out relatively unscathed, including Kaido's Bolo Breath attack. He even caught one of Kaido's lightning attacks with his bare hands. How badass is that? Gone are the days when Luffy could only inflate his arm or leg for a Gomu Gomu elephant gun attack. Now he can enlarge his body to kaiju proportions. This means Luffy could plausibly sink an entire island or even a continent with just a single blow. However, the most amazing aspect of Luffy's newfound power is his ability to manipulate the environment and world around him, making them rubbery and elastic just like he is. The power was depicted when Luffy stretched the corner of a roof to deflect Kaido's Bolo Breath attack. Luffy's matter manipulation powers are not just limited to inanimate things, but also organic matter, as seen when Kaido swallowed Luffy and immediately became affected by his elasticity. Luffy can even materialize out of thin air, like when he created goggles during the flight. Gear 5th's abilities are similar to those of old-timey rubber hose cartoons like Betty Boop, Popeye, or Looney Tunes. Basically, if there's anything Bugs Bunny could do, then Luffy could probably do it too. And if all that sounds wacky and extremely unfair to Luffy's opponents, that's because it is. Being able to use cartoon physiques in a battle is incredibly powerful. But if you're wondering how in the world a paramecia-type rubber fruit could grant such unprecedented power, that's because it can't. In chapter 1044 of the manga, it was revealed that Luffy's devil fruit wasn't actually the gum-gum fruit, but an extremely rare mythical Zoan type called the human fruit, or Hito Hito no Mi, model Nika. This fruit is quite similar to the one Chopper ate, only vastly more powerful. This means that Luffy has barely scratched the surface of his capabilities. But now that he's awakened the true powers of his devil fruit, we can only expect him to become even more powerful. So, how does Luffy's Gear 5th compare to the rest of the characters in the One Piece universe? Well, he's defeated Kaido, who's known as the strongest creature in the world, and who's become one of the Emperors of the Sea. This means Luffy is now one of the most powerful characters in One Piece, and can hold his own against any Admiral, Yonka, or pirate. That said, Gear 5th's power is still vulnerable to slashing attacks, and also leaves tremendous strain on Luffy's body after use. Luffy has also confessed during his fight with Rob Lucci that he doesn't have full control over his new powers yet. These are flaws that characters like Shanks and even Admiral Kizaru would definitely take advantage of. Kizaru's Pika Pika no Mi powers is definitely one of the most frightening abilities in One Piece. More so, Blackbeard would without a doubt wipe the floor with Luffy despite his new upgrade. In fact, Blackbeard's Dark Fruit powers make him the perfect antithesis to Luffy's power, since he can nullify all of Luffy's abilities with a snap of his fingers. And let's not forget that he still controls Whitebeard's Gora Gora no Mi powers, which he can use to create quakes and tremors. Sorry, Straw Hats, but Luffy is simply not the strongest yet. Since Luffy is probably not the most powerful character in his own series, it goes without saying that he definitely isn't the most powerful in the anime universe. Though he has attained godlike abilities, the world of anime is still rife with extraordinary gods and monsters. Luffy can beat up characters like Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, Yagami Light from Death Note, All Might, or any of the characters in My Hero Academia. Seriously, most of those fights would be like child's play for Luffy's Gear 5th. For those of you wondering why Light is here, that's because Luffy could probably turn the Death Note into a box of tissues before Light could even think of using it. Characters that would give him a run for his money would include Ichigo and Aizen from Bleach, Meliodas and Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins, Itachi, Sasuke Uchiha, and Double Renegon Madara from Naruto franchise, Mob from Mob Psycho, Hellsing's Alucard, and Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. A fight with these literal monsters would probably end in a draw, simply because of Luffy's cartoon physics abilities. But among those absolute gods like Saitama, Son Goku, Naruto Uzumaki, and members of the Otsutsuki clan, Luffy is definitely outmatched. Yes, Luffy can destroy islands in a fight, but these guys can destroy literal planets, shatter asteroids, and split moons in half. So while Luffy's Gear 5th may have massively boosted his powers, he still has a long way to go before he could be considered the most powerful character in anime. Do you agree with my verdict? Maybe there are some really powerful anime characters I left out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell to get regular updates on new videos. I make awesome anime and manga content like this one every week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.